guys, it's Daniel from Guiltless Foods here, and today I'm going to make for you a English classic cake. It's going to be a gingerbread. So this is going to be a really quick and simple recipe where all I've done is literally just change up a few of the ingredients, substitute them for something a little bit healthier. So the ingredients will be oat flour that I've ground myself. This is just substitute for plain flour. Natural yogurt, that's going to be low fat or fat free. I've got some black treacle, which I haven't substituted. I've substituted normal butter for some light olive oil spread, and I've substituted regular sugar for coconut sugar. I've also reduced the amount of sugar significantly because a lot of cakes nowadays just have way too much sugar. For the rest of the dry ingredients, you've got some ground ginger, obviously, some ground nutmeg, some ground cloves, and some baking powder and bicarb, and you just need one egg. So all I'm going to do is, first things first, you want to melt the sugar and the butter together. So I'm just going to put that in the microwave, do it in about a minute, 45 second, a minute blast, depending on how sort of powerful your microwave is. In the meantime, I'm going to put oats in a bowl, spices, baking powder and bicarb in a bowl. Just crack your egg in, like so. Then your yogurt. So there we go, once your sugar is all liquid, just give it a stir. That only took a minute on 1000 watts or on high. And just so you know, I've got a baking tin that's been lined with greaseproof paper. I've got my oven preheating to 180 degrees. Depending on your oven, it may need to go hotter. If you know that your oven runs cooler, you may need to put it up to 190. The goal with this is it doesn't cook very long because the oats set very fast. So the goal with it is to activate the raising agent, the bicarb, and the baking powder as quickly as possible to get the leavening in there before the oats set too hard. So I'm going to add in the sugar and the butter. Also, this is where you need to work quick because the sugar and the butter is hot. It's going to instantly start to activate those leavening agents. So we're going to get it mixed up. May or may not need a little bit of water just to get it to a kind of pancake consistency, but I think I'm just about there with what I've got. So give it a good mix up, make sure everything's nicely incorporated. And then put it in our lined baking tray. This is just an 8x8 baking tray. And then that's going to go in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so whilst the cake is in the oven, we're just going to make a really quick and simple cream cheese lemon curd frosting. It's just going to be a combination of light and fat-free cream cheese along with some shop-bought lemon curd. That's a little cheat I like to use. The good thing about this is like this kind of way of doing macros and eating, and is that you don't have to compromise. This doesn't have to be made out of fake butter fake sweetener, fake lemons, kind of all this crap that gives you diarrhea and all of that. Doesn't need to be made out of that. You can still have all natural ingredients, just like the black treacle in there. Just be smart about your ingredients, what you use, and combine them in a way that makes it healthier and still tastes good. So this is going to be quite a loose frosting or icing. You're just going to need 25 grams of each of your cream cheeses in the bowl there. I weighed out the cake in advance for the sake of time, but this one I don't need to because it is quick and simple. As long as you've got your bowl ready, your weighing scales and your ingredients, you're all good. And you want 75 grams of your lemon curd. So that gets whisked together, not with a spoon. There we go, quite a runny kind of icing, but we're going to pour it over the cake and leave it in the tin to sort of set and sort of soak into the sponge, so it won't be too thick once that's done. Alright guys, so the gingerbread is done, it's out of the oven. You can tell that it's cooked when it's firm to the touch, slightly springy, springs back. The trick of sticking a skewer in doesn't really apply to this one because the oats will make it super moist, so you can carry on cooking it until it's like shriveled up to that big, and it'll still be quite gooey in the middle, so that trick doesn't work. But yeah, if you just give it a touch with your fingers, it should feel spongy. So that's the finished product there. We're going to let this cool down in the tin before we put the icing on, and then we're going to put that in the fridge, leave it overnight, preferably 2 days before you cut into it. So this recipe that I've made here serves six quite decent sized portions, I'm sure everyone will agree. In it you only have 4 grams of total fat, you have 24 grams of carbohydrates, 1 from fibre, 15 from sugar, and 4 grams of protein, all equating to 152 calories per serving. And that's amazing for something that is still a cake. In essence, you've got butter, you've got sugar, you've got flour, you've got eggs, the 4 main ingredients that make a cake. You've got an icing with cream cheese, lemon curd. I mean, for 152 calories you won't get anything like that elsewhere. So if you want to see more content like this and you want to see the rest of those desserts I'm going to be making, then please do click like and subscribe. It'll really help me bring this content to you guys. Thank you.